Hey everybody, welcome back. Trailer reaction time. And today we got a trailer I am late to, but I'm actually quite excited for. Today we're here for trailer number 1 for Tron Aries. That's right, we're finally going to get pirates in the Tron franchise. Johnny Depp is signed up. It's going to be a weird crossover, but I'm here for it. And I know I'm making that up in line, but I would actually watch that. Tron Aries. Even though it's not really how you spell Aries. Also, though, if they are spelling it A-R-E-S, I'm really surprised they didn't spell it A-R-3-S, considering it's Tron 3. I don't know. If you want to see this trailer without my dumb marketing ideas in the way, people out there like, don't tell them, don't give them any ideas. There's a link in the description below or something's popping up right about now. You can click on that, check it out, come on back, watch me watch this, and we'll geek out over together. It's going to be geek out worthy. There are some possible pros and cons here, at least according to general viewpoints of the internet, which is not a real place. The first Tron, classic of his time, still holds up as a very good movie. Tron 2, I'm itching to rewatch. I've only seen it once or twice. I remember really liking it, but it went so hard on the Daft Punk score. That score is one of the greatest scores of the last like 20 years. It's just really cool. I love that music. This one has Jared Leto, who I really don't mind. Listen, he's got a couple of very divisive roles, but he seems to have a good sense of humor about a lot of it. I mean, when he posted that fake, like, I don't know if it's April Fool's Day or whatever, but the script page, the script cover for a Morbius 2, and it said it's Morbin time. I'm like, come on, this guy, he gets it. So I appreciate that. But even though it doesn't have Daft Punk, which should be, Daft Punk, which should be a big thumbs down, well, they do have Trent Reznor, so it should at least be as good. I'm excited to get a taste of it here. I do know one thing about this trailer that I didn't want to think about it too much until I see it, so I can try and form my own opinions as best I can. By the way, I don't think this has really been requested per se, but I know Mikey P was talking to me about it, so I'll just throw out his name just in case here. He's talking to me on Discord about it. But without further ado, let's fix these glasses for glare. Let's turn around and let's enter the grid. What's a grid?
Unit 12, acknowledging dispatch. Already in pursuit.
Oh.
I'm looking for something. Something I do not understand.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Ready? Because there's no going back.
Yes, please, but why did they call that a trailer? That was clearly a teaser trailer, and I am teased, and I am excited. So I had heard they're coming into the real world. I was not on board with that until I saw the trailer, because what they're doing with it looks spectacular. At first, with the cop chase, I thought, oh, okay, maybe because when it splits the car, which is really neat, unfortunately, the cop drivers are very clearly CG. Now, granted, they got time to improve that, but also I thought, oh, maybe that's the thing. This is Tron, and, you know, the way graphics have improved in gaming in our universe. That's just, it's just they're in, like, the high-end graphics phase. You know, it's not quite perfect real, but and maybe they're going to pull some of that along the way. But then they clearly come into our real world. You have the actual, is it Tron? I don't know. Like, I think that big red thing, right? Like, that was one of the big bad guys or representation of Tron. So yeah, I really need to rewatch these movies. I think Mary never saw part 2, which is, what? I gotta fix that. But I do really like this. Now, there was a lot of questions about nobody from the last movie are in this. And it was Jeff Bridges, right? that sounds like Jeff Bridges talking in the trailer. So that's what I'm thinking. It's like, okay. This, again, should be called a teaser trailer because it gave just enough to give you a hint of what's going on, and we should get a real full trailer eventually. There's an art to these things, types of trailers and names of trailers, and like many art forms in filmmaking, it's being more and more lost and degraded, and in some cases just evolving. But there's definitely been a lot of loss of arts education and arts understanding in the last 10, 20 years. But that's as deep as I'll go into that. But this actually looks really good. Plus that Nine Inch Nails soundtrack is starting to be a real banger. I'm so happy we live in an era where we're getting all these like Trent Reznor and where he works with Atticus Rose. Like some great stuff has already come out of there, but a full-on actual Nine Inch Nails when he's like really going with that version of what he does, soundtrack score, I'm super on board for. And it just reminds me when I used to really do a lot of screenwriting and write a lot of scripts, how many times I leaned into a lot of his music, and Nine Inch Nails' music really, for inspiration in a lot of those horror action things I used to try and write that I could never afford to get made. I'm excited. This gets me hyped to go back and watch part 1 and part 2. You know, hit up Disney, hit the Tron store a little bit more. I got to show Mary part 2. It's a good excuse to rewatch that. And I'm in like Flynn. We'll see how this actually turns out, though. It could go either way. It has some very cool visuals and action stuff, but we still don't know how the story's going to play out. Although I think the other 2 movies had very good stories. How do you feel, though? Are you excited for this? Does this look cool? Do you agree this is a teaser and not a trailer? Are you going to go day 1 in the theater? I think this has got to be an IMAX, unless there's a 3D. I don't know why. They can do IMAX 3D. I don't know why. I guess ticket sales, whatever. But it's like, I will pay the extra. I want to see this in 3D. Granted, I don't live in New York, California. It's easier to say that. Plus, I have Regal Unlimited, which pays for itself with as many movies as I go to. So, I'm not sponsored. I'm just saying. I get so tired of hearing that online discourse about make movies cheaper. They're so expensive. It's like, no, they're only expensive if you live in a massive city or you're trying to get the premium experience. Then, yeah, it's going to cost a lot more. Premium costs more. But you can still, in most places in this country, if you go to a matinee, you can still get in for like maybe $10, $12. You know, that's not mean you don't have to buy snacks. You don't have to. You know, I'm just saying. Maybe even cheaper some places. Although I did bring up recently, I had not really paid attention to it, but we don't have dollar movie theaters anymore, or even just second run movie theaters really anymore. That is kind of weird. That we lost with the pandemic, which I think that was kind of sad. It just kind of quietly happened. We never really paid attention. Anyways, Tron. We're talking about Tron. Comment in the comments below. What do you think about this one? Are you excited? What did you think of the other 2? What's your favorite? Have you ridden the Tron ride at Disney? I can't do coasters like that. Have you done the Tron action figure experience, which I think is a great idea that's very poorly executed. Particularly the way they have you record your dialogue is very frustrating for somebody who wants to give actual performances. Because you can go have custom-made Tron figures in Disney. If you don't know about this is not a sponsorship. Mary and I did it on our September 2024 trip, where basically you can pick a body style, you can pick a head style, and then they will take like a few pictures of your face and different expressions, and it'll actually put the holographic face in the figure. That part I think is very well done. But they also allow you to pick out some dialogue readings and record them, and they'll put that in the figure so it can talk and have your voice. But it's like no actual directional microphone. It's in a not soundproof booth. If you try to get too loud with it, it gets distorted, so it becomes very hard to like scream lines of passion. So, you know, I don't know. I was very annoyed by that, but it's still kind of neat, you know, and you can retake your stuff, do multiple takes. So I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there if you're interested. But let me hear all your thoughts. Geek out with me in the comments. Everything Tron. Can't wait to hear what you have to say. Other than that, click the thumbs up button. Give me that good old thumb of encouragement, as I do love to be encouraged. And don't forget to check out my membership side here. Yeah, the allergy meds are starting to kick in. I can almost breathe through here. The membership side is only $1.99 a month. I put out a lot of extra Let's Play videos. There's so much stuff back in there, plus a bunch of other perks. If you're interested, great way to support this channel, and it's very appreciated. Oh my goodness. Okay. And remember, oh my God. Oh yeah, I'm starting to be able to breathe through my nose again. This is going to be helpful. Of course, I've only got one more trailer to film. But please remember, we will get through this. We will get through this together. We like to say that together. It's not for everybody. It's just a little thing for us. It's made a lot of people's days brighter. And if I can do that with a few words, I want to do it. So if you're into it, let's go. We will get through this. We will get through this together. I feel better. I hope you do too. You might also feel better. Well, you might also feel better, and I... Jeez. Jeez Louise, I need some of that water after this video. By checking out my music. Anywhere you listen to music, look up Eric Butts, try a couple of songs, get excited for the new stuff coming later this year. We're also doing a lot of video game Let's Plays, a bunch of cooking stuff, some kind of filmmaking thing, hopefully. You can follow all that progress right here, or go to ericbutts.com for all your funky butts fun. Plus, there's a link in the description below, so click that see more button to see more butts. And on that note, I'm going to get on out of here. I'm going to digitize myself, which is not a euphemism, because I'm actually going to put all this footage. I guess I'm digitizing myself right now. Oh, I'm being sucked into the grid. I'm going to go watch some more stuff. I will see you all later.